What up? What up? What up? We back. Real. Got my man Adrian Beasley F baby. Doing our thing, talking our shit. Say what's up to the people, B.
What's up, baby? Beasley up, baby, man. On this real podcast, man. I'm coming back at you once again, man. With that boy Rut Jones. You know what I'm talking
Sir, man, you brought us some interesting topics, man. Last time that we had talked, not on camera but outside of camera, man. So I know you got some things to talk about, and we got plenty of information for y'all. So gonna get it off, B. Gonna get them off. Let them know.
Yo, the subject for the night, man, is racism versus placism. Is placism the new racism? What are your thoughts? So I'm just gonna give a Q&A with you now, Rusty, man, Rut Jones, man. Just give me a little example of what you think racism is, and then give me another example of what you think placism could be.
Well, check it out, man. Like, so, I'm around, a lot of different people, different cultures, and I'll hear people say, you know, they say something about a culture based off of what the culture does on a consistent basis, and I hear people say that's racist, and I always correct them and be like, "Nah, that's prejudice. Racist is something that is negatively towards you because of your race. Like if you say, you know, all black people eat watermelon, that's just a prejudgment. That ain't racist. That's just correlating eating watermelon with black people. So like as far as like that in particular, like racism has to be something that is rendering another race because of the color of their skin, not because of the actions of their culture. Feel me?
Okay, that's what's up. So, give me an example of what you feel like placism, and then we're gonna get a little deep up in this thing, baby.
Placism, man, like, we just come up in like eras where, for us, being born in the 80s and whatnot, we still got some old school values, because people that raised us they was born in the 60s, maybe even the 50s, and just based off of what we was raised off of, the man was always supposed to be like, the leader of the house, the breadwinner, all that. But nowadays there's um relationships where the woman leads the house. So, like I think that, some men, and I'll just talk bad on us because we got to get it together. Some men just feel like women can't have certain things because they a woman and it's supposed to be something for a man. So I think that's like a definition of placism that we experience. But nowadays women doing the same thing men doing, and it is what it is. It don't bother me none at all. I like equal opportunity for everybody, honestly.
That's what's up, man. So, just to kind of get back into what I'm trying to reiterate with the crowd and everything, man. That racism versus placism. So, man, I'm gonna come to you now, man. Going into a movie script. You know what I'm saying? It came from my boy and brother Malcolm X, aka Denzel Washington. He was in an
Went
interview
back.
one day, huh? He was doing an
He went
interview.
back.
Yeah, he was doing an interview one day, and it was a character that he played on Malcolm X the screen, and someone was interviewing Malcolm, and he say, "Malcolm, who do you think you are?" And he was like, "What? You know, what? Who are you to ask me that to say who I am?" He say, "Man, we can take this back to far from my ancestors, and your ancestors back." He said that when a black man or in the community when a black man was addressing his master, he says,
Nice house here. You say, yeah, boss, we got a nice house here. Master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would be the one who'd run to put the blaze out. If the master got sick, he said, what's the matter, boss? We sick? We sick. You see, this is the thinking of the house Negro. Now, if another slave came up to him and said, let's run away, let's separate, let's get away from this cruel master, he said, why? What's better than what we got here? Run away, I'm not going.
he just knowing his place.
All that was quoted in that movie.
Man, it was on the scene, man. He was sitting there, he was being interviewed, and he said, "Hey, What's wrong with no, we sick today, boss. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't even saying if he didn't even have his own feeling of his emotion or his wellness. How we feeling today, boss? It didn't matter if he was sick. He wanted to know if boss was sick.
Mm.
Yeah. So in that nature, when that man asked him, "Hey Malcolm, who do you think you are?" So he said, "What do you mean who I think I am? I told you exactly who I was. My name is Malcolm X. You know who I am." So he says, "Now, do you consider this a race war, or is this just you just being going against the government and social equality?" He's like, "No, it's not about being in a race. It's about maybe it's about me knowing my place. They want me to know my place." Not being that, hey, I'm trying to be against the white man and the black man. Maybe it's about me knowing my place, if that makes sense.
No, no, that makes sense. I just never really broke it down like that. You must have watched that movie a
Hey man,
couple.
you got to get deep. But here's the thing now with my perspective on the side of racism versus placism. So you got your typical people that's racial that's gonna be passed on for their ancestors and their sisters and ancestors back. That hey this is like you said, this is something against your culture. Like, hey man, who are you to listen to rap? Just because I might be a Italian or I might be a Puerto Rican, that I can't listen to black people's rap music. You know what I'm saying? Or who am I to listen to Toby Keith? Oh man, because I'm a black man, I can't listen to the westerns. I can't listen to western songs.
Music, music, bro. Music is music. It's just gotta. It's whatever move you. It don't matter what you what your culture connect with. Like I mean, shit. You probably just like me. We know hella songs from different genres. So go ahead though.
Yeah. So with that subject being said, so like racism, you know what I'm saying? I'll piggyback based on what you said is basically something that's against your culture and not your culture, but basically against your race. Like if you got somebody that's Italian or somebody that's a Jew, you know what I'm saying? You won't make no Jewish jokes, like you know what I'm saying, or if you saying like if it's a black person like all black people eat chicken, now that's an opinion, but that could be considered a racist slur, you know what I'm saying, or you get called out
That's
your
more.
name.
That's more of a prejudgment.
Yeah. Or you get called out your name. You're a black person, but they calling somebody call you the N word. You know what I mean? Or you a white Caucasian person,
Hold
and
on, B. Hold on,
hmm?
B. You gotta look at the word, man. Like I'm about to take you to English class real quick. The word is racist, okay? And racism or racist is somebody who is against a race. So you got to keep that race structure. Like what you talking about, that's a form of prejudgment of an action of that race. That's not a hatred towards it. That's just a general opinion about what the race does. When I say you can't do something because you are whatever race this is, or I'm going to take a gun and only kill people of this race, that is an act of racism. But you telling me that I eat chicken, that's just what you think black people eat. That's it.
No, that's definitely
Prejudice.
a prejudgment. That's not an act of racism. What I was saying is, if somebody call you what's a racial slur towards you, you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. But far as placism, like we was just talking before we got on the mic, far as placism is, you got, you said the girl from Iowa, right? She has the same posture, she's the same size, and she has the same shot as Steph Curry, and they probably the same height. But why she can't play in the NBA versus the WNBA?
I don't know. That was something that I wanted to know as far as is why, because I think there might be some genetics, like you said, that's a genetic makeup being different than what's out there. But they same height and weight, damn near, and do the exact same thing. I mean, why not?
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. What we were saying about that is, man, in actuality, you might have some women that's strong as men, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's probably about it probably didn't outweighed it now. It's probably about 60-40 that men are stronger than women because some women are way stronger than these men. We are as a man race, we are falling off as far as keeping our strength up and working out. You know what I mean? And women is these women got some strength with them. You know what I mean? But
I'm gonna tell
again,
you something's gonna fuck you up, B, when you get done telling her. I got something that'll fuck you up.
now you got like you say, let's say the boxer girl. What's her name? Carissa Shields or what's her name?
Shit, all I remember is Ronda Rousey.
Well, okay, Ronda Rousey. She was the MMA girl, but the boxer is Carissa Shields. She's one of the heavyweight. She's one of the baddest boxing.
Muhammad Ali, is she called in Muhammad Ali's
Oh yeah,
woman?
she got her, man. She's a beast. You gotta look her up. But she wanted to fight a man boxer for like $4 or $5 million. She said she can beat him, and I'm like, I feel like she can beat him. Be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like she would be able to beat him, but it's like, hey man, this man's still a man though, too though. You know what I'm saying? But again,
Look at
she trains just as hard, and she got it in her, bro. Like she can come with it. Now, again, let's not get off subject, but what I'm saying is in the sport of boxing, like she feel like she can really hold herself with a man, and I feel like she can too. But you ain't gonna be able to hold yourself with all men boxers, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just 100. It's not gonna happen. It ain't.
yeah, but think about the whole skullduggery of the situation, though, B. Like, check it out. So I used to box back in the day. Not for no confession, I'm just trying to get in shape. It wasn't nothing special.
Yeah.
But I used to box, right? And I used to make a spar, right? So
Hmm.
one day I had to spar a female,
Yeah.
and your mind is in a weird situation there. At least my mind was. So
Hmm.
mind number one is, she a female, so you don't want to go hard because it's a female. Mind you, we sparring, so there's no outcome of this situation. It's just practice. So you sparring with her, and she a female, so you ain't just like going in on her like you would go in like on like a dude. And then, at the same time, you don't want to get your ass whooped by no female neither, though, just off of some man shit.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
like in between that. So I think when that girl go out there, if a man is like a decent man that don't put his hands on women, he gonna be a little bit. He got to play the sport still. Feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
But but his morals are gonna kick in if he has them, and he ain't gonna play the sport to his fullest potential because of that.
Hmm.
So and she gonna go in there proving a point. She don't give a damn. So she gonna go in there ready to knock your head off, and you gonna be going easy, and you gonna fuck around and lose.
Get
So she
your ass.
gonna win
Get
more
your
boxing matches than what you think.
fuck around and get their ass dropped. But I'm saying how she trained just like Mayweather. You know them boys, man.
I
She
know,
got a
I get it, but you still just talking about the physical side of it. I'm talking about the mental side of it.
yeah. And mean boxing gonna be mental and physical too, though. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
I done
gonna be
seen
mental
I done
if you
seen
don't
Mike Tyson go in there and beat the hell out of people just before he even get in the ring with them motherfuckers. They already scared because they think this motherfucker crazy. Now, when they actually get in there with that nigga, it's still he is Iron Mike Tyson. Yeah, he is who I thought he was. God damn it, shit. So
yeah, you go over there and see
you
that
are
boy, that's a
you are
whole animal over there.
you already tensing up in your booty because you like, ooh, he gonna hit me. Bop, that's Mike. Ooh. You already tensing up in your ass cheeks and shit. Your ass cheeks tightening up because you like, man, this motherfucker Mike. He Mike though. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like going back to placism, it can be in the workforce. It can be in the social status. Like, so let me give you an example as far as placism in the workforce that I have experienced, far as being in the workforce, man. So, actually, it was one of my partners that told me this story. That he went for a job. You know what I mean? He had all the credentials for the job. Everything was set up, and he didn't get the job. Now, I will say this: in certain levels of jobs, they do have, and this is just me quoting things now. This is not any facts or proven or it, but I mean, in actuality, man, it's probably 100% facts that people already have their circles who they want in their departments and who they already have their eye on, bringing and keeping it to their circle. You might have a person that's well qualified, and you might have a person that's semi qualified, but that person is well qualified. You feel like you can't teach them anything, so you will go and take a person that you can teach more or willing to learn, that you can control them and make them, you can cater to them to the job description that you want versus the person that knows how to think outside the box, if that makes any sense.
No, no, that make all the sense. We getting philosophical, man.
Yeah. So at that level of, and it's a placism type thing again. Like, hey, hey, man, know your place, man. We want you here, but you know too much already. You know more than we really. You're not qualified. You're overqualified for this position. But if a person applies to the position and they're qualified for it, why won't you just give that person that position? You're blocking them out of the place that they could or want to be at. Yeah, some people might know that they're overqualified for the position, but at the end of the day, hey, if that's where they want to be at, they should have the same opportunity just as well as the next person, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. But
Yeah.
like I say, you gotta know your place.
And you can go in the social status as well, like a level of like whatever level of wealth that you on. Certain places that we can't go or we ain't invited to unless you know somebody or you have those credentials. You know what I mean? We talked about that as well. Far as, hey, man, sometimes we ain't gonna get invited with Simon in the skybox. You feel me? Simon lives in the skybox. You know what I mean? So Marty Mart, he was happy. He felt like he was winning because he was rolling with Simon. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even Charlie Murphy and Rick James. Rick explained that Charlie got his chicks by just, hey man, hey, I'm fucking with Rick James. You going to Rick's house tonight? He ain't
Celebration, Ricketts! Show television tennis!
Right. Just parlay, piggybacking.
placism, baby, knowing where you fit in at, get in where you fit in at. And again, like you said, man, we if you're at a level like certain places, like I might get invited that you might not get invited to, or we got some partners that might talk a little different than us than we talk, and they might be in a circle that we can't get in because we don't talk a certain way. You even know it, even like when we were in college. Like, they literally had the clubs that we wanted to go to and that I wanted to go to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just fact.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They yeah. Matter of fact, let's bring that up real quick. Cause like they had like think about this when we was in
Yeah,
college, man.
yeah.
When we was in college, this is the best way I can break it down. And I'm just gonna name the ones that I can remember. You probably know more than I do. You
Talk
was in
to
college.
him. Talk to
But
him.
you had what was Antunes, right?
You had Antunes.
Right? Antunes was for white people.
Exactly.
And I mean you just didn't run up on a bunch of black people on campus. They talking about I'm about to hit Antunes tonight.
Yeah.
You didn't hear that.
And that's
Okay?
that's that's a part of knowing your place.
You're right. Then you got illuminations.
Mm-hmm.
That's for black people.
Yep.
Like when you want to go like when you wanted to go see black girls only, that is where you went.
Yeah.
So
Knew your
you ain't
place.
so on the other side, you never saw some white people walking around campus talking about, You about to go to Illumination tonight. It didn't
They
happen like that.
they knew their place, baby. So now,
Okay, so hold on
go ahead,
now. I
go
ain't
ahead.
dropped the last one on you now.
Okay, all right, all right, all right.
Then you got people like us. We didn't give a fuck.
Mm-mm.
So that put us in the body and at the pinnacle. We gonna mix up, and it don't bother us like that.
Yeah,
It was a problem to go hang out, and it was a diverse situation. Like I don't think we got stuck to either one or the other like that. We was in all that. I mean, we was in all that shit. And the
mm-hmm.
reason why I can name all that shit because I had been all that shit. So in my opinion, I didn't know where the fuck my place was. Pretty much, I was just going wherever.
Yeah. So let me just piggyback off that. So you named a few clubs that we went to in college that was actually, either you were gonna go
Culturally
to
based.
culturally based, right? So let's see where the root of that came from, if that makes any sense. So in the sense of the root where that came from, the separation of culturally based type clubs was it started with racism. You know what I mean? Because in actuality, we're gonna go to this club over here. This is our lane. Y'all stay over there. This is y'all lane. And if you want to
But
get in the
you know
mix,
what?
hmm,
You know what drives a club though, man. You know what drives a club and what they attract is the music they play.
facts. That's true.
Like let Intune start playing trap music. It's gonna change.
Well,
Let Illumination start playing country music. It's gonna change. The music dictates the culture.
yeah. So in actuality, the reason why those clubs are made like that is it starts from being in the culture, but it also starts with the race. They wanted their people to stay at a certain club, and we ended up going to our own clubs because they had their clubs and we had ours. And again, we're in the South, we're in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, and it's everywhere. A Puerto Rican person, they might not want to go to a hip hop club. They might want to go to a Puerto Rican club. A Mexican person might not want to go to a cowboy club or Western where they play Western music. They want to go where they play Mexican music at. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of Mexican people listen to cowboy music, listen to the westerns. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Did
But
you did you know the Notorious B.I.G. grew up listening to all western?
hell no. And he lives in Brooklyn.
He when he used to go to Jamaica with his family, or wherever his family from, that's all that was on the radio. So
Yeah.
he was in tune, and that's what he said he picked up his rap from just listening to the stories, and that's how he developed his storytelling rap style of rap. That's
But
crazy, ain't
check
it?
this out. Check this out though. See, you talking about let's go all the way back to the club part. Like I'm from the Midwest, so it's not necessarily like that, like it was in the South. Like
Mm-hmm.
granted, you can go places, where I'm at and know what kind of crowd's gonna be there, and you can find either crowd, but there's plenty of like mixed crowds. So you really didn't like, you know, you really judged your place of where you went based off what kind of music they played or
Mm-hmm.
what kind of crowd they had. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, again, is being knowing your place? Is it the new racism or what? You know what I'm saying? Is placism the new racism? That's the
But see,
question.
some of the placement isn't all race. It could be, sometimes, like I said, like you just said, you said it could be financial status, and it can also be gender. So it can't be the new. I guess you can. I see what you're saying. I guess
It's
it
a
can't be
question. It's a
racism.
it's just a question that's out there. It's a what is placism versus racism? It's just a question that we're asking the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because some people might think they both the same. But if we break it down and they have their opinion on uh, what they feel like is the same, or if the thing's not the same, you know. that's what their opinion comes in, and that's why why we putting this platform out there for people can have a discussion and things to think about.
Check
Racism
this
versus
out.
placism.
But check this out. I'll tell you what the difference is. So like if somebody dislikes me or whoever because of my skin tone, that is something they're gonna have to deal with forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can maybe not be in this place because my financial status isn't. It's just like, oh, check this out. Since you talk about placism can change because
Yeah.
you can be somebody who waiting in line to get into the club, and then you become this artist, and now you skipping that whole line in that same club of the line you used to wait in to get
Mm-hmm.
in because now you hot, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can fall off again and find your ass right back in that
Back in
line.
that line. Yeah.
So that place gonna be that place can that place and that financial status can fluctuate based off
Mm-hmm.
what you're doing. But
Yeah.
now we in 2020. But hold on, now we in 2024, and I can't do and a woman can't do some shit because she a woman. She can go to the
Mm-hmm.
doctor and be a motherfucking man in 6 months and do all that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's
And the
true.
other way around. And the other way around.
Yeah. But I mean, here's my thing. Now, if you're a black person, you're gonna always be black. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. You can't change racism.
Yeah, you can't
What it
change
is.
your race. You can't change your race. But now if you get them
No.
babies, them mixed babies.
Hey, you ever seen Eddie Griffin when he was talking about them mixed babies?
Mm-mm.
Man, you gotta see it.
Lord, he got that good hair. He got the skin to win too. And look at the size of the balls on this fucker. Woo! Look how big his hands are. We're going to the NFL.
Just touching on the subject, man. You know what I'm saying? We just leaving it open out there for the people. But I do want to close with this, man. I do want to close with this, though, my brother. So, far as being racism, you can't change who your race are. But you
Right.
can, like you said, you can change your social status. Now, again, what if you change your social status and they still don't accept you? What is that?
That's just motherfucker that don't like you then. I don't
Hey,
know what that is.
so,
Like
hey,
if
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is at
race
that
ain't the
point, huh?
issue and social status ain't the issue, you just don't want me in there. That's a personal problem at that point.
Yeah, yeah. So that becomes personal. But again, man, hey, if anybody got any comments they want to share or like or something like that, make sure y'all drop the comments in the bottom of the video on the YouTube channel. Go check us out. What's the site, Rusty, on YouTube?
On YouTube, just go to real podcast. It's straightforward.
For sure. Yeah, man. So, man, today was a good day, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know, racism versus placism. Hey, man, it's your opinion. Which is racist? Is placism the new racism, or they equal to one, or all or none? It's all on you guys to decide and drop in the comments down below. Make sure y'all go to www.avrcollection.com online and go shop for your real apparel and get any of that merch in the AVR collection. You know what I'm saying? On www.avrcollection.online.
Get that, get that. Yeah,
Peace,
man.
dog. We out,
No,
baby.
we out.
Yeah.